kind of way. Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. In this video, we'll be doing a detailed review of the Vivo T4 Pro. Now this device was launched towards the end of August, and we have been using this device for almost like 20 to 25 days now, and this is our in-depth experience of this device. Now this device is priced around the 25 to 30,000 rupees bracket. There are multiple variants available, and this device comes with pretty good hardware, but there are some shortcomings. There are some really good aspects to this device. So what are these features offered and what are the downsides? Let's talk about in this detailed review. So this is a 25-day review of the Vivo T4 Pro. So before getting into the video, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's first talk about the design and build quality of this device. Now looking at the design of the Vivo T4 Pro, one thing what it comes to your mind is the design language of the Vivo V60. It looks very similar in terms of design language, quad curve display, the camera placement, everything looks very similar, but the material quality is different. This is a polycarbonate material, but it has been given a matte finish which actually looks quite good, especially the camera layout looks good. There is an LED flash included and the Vivo branding is there, and then you get the power and volume keys. You get the USB Type-C port, the speaker unit, and the design language is quite good. It's around 7.53 mm in thickness, and it is pretty good in terms of material finish and quality. The matte finish adds pretty much beauty to the device, and this color especially looks very good. And apart from that, there is also IP68 and IP69 rating, making it more durable in this price segment. So that's kind of very good overall, I would say. Even the weight distribution also looks good, and the in-hand experience also feels very nice on this device. So design and build quality is quite good. There isn't anything to complain here, and it is a well designed device, and it is pretty durable as well. So that's the design and build quality of the Vivo T4 Pro. Let's move on to the display. Now this comes with an AMOLED display, and it's a quad curve display. You can see that the edges have been curved and given a slight curvature on all the edges, and also the edges here also have curved, and this is around a 6.77 inches display. It has around 1500 nits of peak brightness, 120 Hz refresh rate, and also display P3 colors are supported here. And being an AMOLED display, it's very rich in colors, and the overall color quality definitely looks good, especially if you're looking for multimedia experience. This is definitely one of the good displays out there. The touch response is also very smooth, and the overall experience with the display, especially watching movies and videos, definitely looks good. The bezels experience are also quite okay, I would say. For this price segment, it definitely looks great. So that's the display aspect of the Vivo T4 Pro. Now next, let's talk about the software experience. Now as usual, this device comes with Fun Touch OS, and this is running on top of Android 15 out of the box, and you get very similar experience just like any Vivo device. You get the Fun Touch OS experience. There are a plethora of options available, and this is powered by the Snapdragon 7 Gen 4. We'll talk about that in a while, about the performance. Now the software experience is good. There are few bloatwares included, but not a major concern actually. There are few bloatwares, and apart from that, the UI experience is quite good, mostly bug free. I didn't see any sort of issues as such, but again, a Fun Touch OS is not the most great looking or great experience device, especially compared to the Oxygen OS or the Color OS. This definitely doesn't feel that exciting, but probably again not a major concern as such. Just sharing my feedback on that, but overall I would say the software experience is good, and there is hardly any issues in the software experience. Now next, let's talk about the performance. Now this is powered by the Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 chip, and it has LPDDR4X RAM and UFS 2.2. That's definitely one of the downsides of this device. Probably one of the major downsides. It has to be UFS 3.1 at least in this price segment, 25 to 30,000 price segment. It can't be UFS 2.2. At least in 2025 it should have been UFS 3.1, and LPDDR4X RAM is quite okay, but still LPDDR5X RAM should have been provided, because most of the devices in this price segment come with in fact UFS 3.1, and some of the devices even come with UFS 4.1 and LPDDR5X RAM. So that is one of the downsides. But having said that, the performance is quite good in day-to-day task, but it's definitely not a device for gaming, because it's while the chip, the Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 is powerful actually, with Antutu score of around 1 million or 10 lakh, closer to 10 lakh, it's really powerful. But then having UFS 2.2 storage will not help in excellent gaming experience. So it's definitely not a device for gamers, but you can play casual games. But on the other hand, in day-to-day experience, there's hardly any issues on this device in terms of performance. Now there is also dual stereo speakers available, which is quite good and quite loud enough actually. And it also comes with in-display fingerprint scanner, which is very responsive, typical of Vivo devices, and it performs pretty well. And in terms of signal strength, it performs quite good. There is absolutely no issues. We tested with Airtel and Jio 5G, and absolutely no issues in that matter. So overall, I would say the performance is quite acceptable, but not a great performer, unlike devices like the Poco X7 Pro or even the Poco F7 or even the OnePlus Nord 5, Nord CE5. Comparing these devices, it's not the most performing device out there, especially for gamers. Now moving on to the cameras, this is one of the strong points of this device. It has a primary 50 megapixel shooter, then you get a 50 megapixel telephoto lens, 3x telephoto is offered, and then you have a 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 32 megapixel selfie camera is offered. Now definitely if you look at the camera hardware, it's one of the good devices offering pretty good 3x camera. And if you look at the camera samples as well, in fact we have done the detailed camera review. In case you have not watched it, do check out on our channel. We found that the daylight captures look pretty good, good details and good sharpness levels, and even the dynamic range looks good, typical of Vivo devices to offer great camera abilities. Even the telephoto lens offered pretty good experience, one of the good telephoto lenses in this price segment. And it does miss out on ultra wide, but I would say that's not a major concern because you get a pretty good telephoto lens. And even the portraits came out quite good actually. It's one of the good devices with portraits, at least in the 25 to 30,000 price segment, so hardly anything to complain. Even the low light experience was also quite acceptable, but telephoto lens low light experience was pretty much average, but otherwise the camera experience was good. Even the 32 megapixel selfie camera also came out pretty good in terms of details and sharpness levels, along with a good dynamic range. So in fact, if you look at the camera experience, it's quite good. The video recording 4K 30 fps from the rear camera did a pretty good job because it has stabilization and overall experience was good. 4K 30 fps is supported, but front camera 4K 30 fps, there's no stabilization offered. That's definitely one of the downsides, because when there is 4K 30 fps, people will use it for vlogging, and without stabilization the experience won't be that great. So summing up, the cameras are good, but there are some improvements needed, especially the selfie camera stabilization. Now moving on to the battery life, 6500 mAh battery and massive 90 watt charging, which is pretty good, and the battery performance is also very good on this device. We can get through almost like 9 to 10 hours of screen on time on an average. Probably you can easily get 8 hours plus screen on time on this device. That's very good experience on this device. Again, it depends upon person to person, and charging speed is also good. So battery life is stellar on the Vivo T4 Pro. So that was my experience with the Vivo T4 Pro. So now summing up, what are the good aspects? Good aspects, design is good, IP68, IP69, good build quality, then good display experience, AMOLED display, good brightness levels, then cameras are really good, the telephoto lens is also very good, the battery life is excellent, and charging speeds are also good, and decent performance I would say. Now the downsides, UFS 2.2 is one of the downsides of this device. Along with that, there is no ultra wide angle camera on offer. That's again one of the downsides. Now software experience, Fun Touch OS is not that great compared to the Oxygen OS, but again that's a personal choice. So that was the pros and cons of the Vivo T4 Pro. So if you're not looking for a powerhouse performance, especially in terms of gaming, this is definitely a great package out there, especially for camera experience, battery, display, and good build quality, along with IP69 and IP68 rating. So that was my experience. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.